To begin lesson 1.4, let's review the different pronouns and verbs we have learned. I, you, he, she, you. Live, make, do, listen, wash, and say. Okay, here we go. We'll do that with a PowerPoint presentation. A race, if you like. Notice that you have 3 seconds, then 2 seconds, then 1 second in the last section. So this will go faster and faster and faster. Here we go. You speak first, then I say the word. You first, I second. Okay, you speak before I do, I hope. Here we go. Say it. I. Say it. Say the word. Listen. You. Make or do. He. Wash. Say the word. Go ahead, say it. She. Live. He, she. Depends. You. Say. Faster. I. Listen. You. Make, do. He. Wash. She. Live. He, she. You. Say. Listen. You. He, she. She. I. Make, do. You. Live. Say. Wash. Okay, I, you, 2 kinds of you. He and she. Make, live, do, listen, wash, say. Very nice. So what? How do I take these, I, you, he, she, and put them together with these? Live, make, do, listen, wash, etc. How do I do that? Let's look at lesson 1.4 together, the exercises, and see if we can understand how to bring the two together. Okay, the first section, it's the video. We're watching it. Let's continue. In the second section, we listen. We listen to live, make, do, listen, wash, and say, and I, you, he, she, and you. How do we put them together? I, for example, and live. How do we put them together? Let's listen.
I live.
Oh, that's easy. I live. For example, I live in Michigan. How about you and live?
You live.
You live. That's easy too. You live in California, Chicago, Paris. You live. Let's listen to the next. He live? Is it he live? Let's see.
He lives.
No. It's he lives. He lives. He lives in Mexico, for example. How about she?
She lives.
She lives. So he lives and she lives. She lives in Paris. She lives in Paris, for example. Live with you. How to put that? Is this you the same as this you? Let's find out.
You live.
Yes. You live and you live. It's the same. No difference. How about he and she?
He lives. She lives.
Yes, lives is the same. He lives, she lives. No difference. Okay, let's listen to another verb. Here's the verb to do or to make. Do or make. I do. I make. Let's see.
I do. I make.
Yes, for example, I make breakfast. I make breakfast. Let's try you.
You do. You make.
Yes, no difference. You do or you make. For example, you do the homework. Okay? Now, he. If this was he lives, this should be he does. Let's see if it's correct. Or he makes. Let's see.
He does. He makes.
Oh. He does. He makes. Small difference, but we're close. He does or he makes. For example, he makes the bed. He makes the bed. Okay. She. If it's he does or he makes, then she does or she makes. Let's see if it's correct.
She does. She makes.
Yes, she does or she makes. Good. For example, she makes dinner. She makes dinner. She prepares dinner. Okay. You. If it's you do or you make, this should be also you do and you make. Let's see if it's true.
You do. You make.
Yes, you do or you do. No difference. You make or you make. No difference whatsoever. Okay. So in this section, you listen. Next, you try to say the words. Here's live. I live. You live. He lives. She lives. You live. Okay? Do the third verb. You say the different forms of the verbs. Okay? Here we have listen. Listen. With I, you, he, she, you. Okay, you say it. Listen and I. Yes, I listen. Good. How about you? You. You listen. Good. He. He listens. That's correct. How about she? Yes, she listens. Very good. And how about you? You listen. Excellent. Very good. Next section. Now we're going to make entire statements, entire sentences, expressing complete ideas. Here we have he, live, Detroit, my city. He, live, Detroit. How do I put those together to form a complete idea? He lives in Detroit. He lives in Detroit. Very good. Here's the same statement. He lives in Detroit. Next, here's make or do the bed. Okay, how do we put them together to form a single idea and a complete sentence? He does or he makes the bed? Let's listen.
He makes the bed.
He makes the bed. Not he does the bed?
He makes the bed.
No, he makes the bed. Okay. Okay, he makes the bed.
He makes the bed.
Next, he listen music. Okay, How do you make this statement? How do you say this? Say this. Yes, he listens to music. He listens to music. To? What's the to? Don't worry. Don't worry. You will understand when to use it as time goes by. It doesn't matter. Okay? He listens to music. Very good. He listens to music. Okay? Let's continue. There are more statements, but let's go to the next section. In fact, we'll skip this section too in the next. Now, we're going to form complete statements. You're going to say these sentences. Okay? Here's Detroit, here is he, and here is live. How do you put them together to form a complete idea? Go ahead, say it. Say this sentence. Good. He lives in Detroit. He lives in Detroit. What's this? Is it I lives? I live? Which is it? Yes. I live in Detroit. I live in Detroit. Next. You. Is it you live? You lives? Which is it? You live in Detroit. Good. Next. She. She. She lives in Detroit. Very good. You. You live in Detroit. Very nice. Next group of sentences. This is the bed. The bed. Okay? The bed. How do you say this? Here's he, make or do the bed. Say the sentence. He, is it makes the bed or he does the bed? Which is it? He makes the bed or he does the bed? Let's find out.
He makes the bed.
He makes the bed. So this is to make the bed. Okay? Next. What's this? You make the bed. Very good. You make the bed. Next. Yeah, yes, I make the bed. Very good. What's this? You make the bed. Very good. Last of all, she. Say it. What is it? She makes the bed. That's right. She makes the bed. One more group. Okay? This is he, listen, music. What's this sentence? Say the whole sentence. He listens to music. What's the to? Don't worry, just say it. He listens to music. Next. This is I listen music. Put it in a complete sentence. Go ahead. I listen to music. Very good. Next. You listen music. Put it together. Yes. You listen to music. Next. You listen music. You listen to music. Very good. And last of all, she, and then listen and music. Make a complete sentence. Good. She listens to music. Very nice. She listens to music. Okay, after this section is a PowerPoint presentation, but it's very long and we won't do it now. You'll do it on your own. We come to a test. A test. You see that there's a test. The stop sign means test. It exists in 4 forms. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you return to the beginning of the lesson, here you see the stop sign. That means test. You must take a test. If I click on the stop sign, I go directly to the test at the end of the lesson. Okay, so it's a timed test with a stopwatch. I open the stopwatch. Here it is. I choose always on top and I put the stopwatch up here. Okay, now I could take test 1, 2, 3, or 4. There's no big difference. I'll do number 3. So I click on 3. Here's the test. Please notice I have 1 minute. Let me return and show you that. I have 1 minute to take the test, to say the 12 statements, the 12 sentences in test number 3. So test 3, here we go. I will say the sentences, you listen. Okay, here we go. Click. He lives in Detroit. She lives in Detroit. You live in Detroit. I make the bed. You make the bed. I listen to music. You listen to music. You wash your hands. She washes her hands. He says hello. You say hello. And she says hello. Stop. 49 seconds. I have 11 more seconds to take the test. Okay? Now this time you will take the test. Let's return. Let's have you take, do you want to take test 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which do you prefer? 1? Okay. I'll click on the 1. We return to test number 1. I click on clear to put the clock at 0. Okay. And you have 1 minute, 60 seconds to take the test. We won't time the test. I will close the stopwatch. And I'll help you a little with this. Okay? Number 1. You ready? Go. How do you say this? How do you say this sentence? Okay. I live in Detroit. Good. Next. What's this? How do you say this? Don't forget. She lives in Detroit. Good. Next. This is the bed. The bed. Say it. Go ahead. Okay. He makes the bed. He makes the bed. Next one. What's this? That's easy. I make the bed. Good. Next, right here, this sentence. She makes the bed. Good. Next, here. This is music. Music. Say the sentence. Say it. I listen to music. If you say I listen music, it's okay. But it's I listen to music. Okay? Next. How do you say this? Okay. You listen to music. Good. Next. This is hands. Hands. Okay. You wash hands. It's really you wash your hands, but it's okay. At this point, that's fine. I wash in hands. Say the sentence. I wash my hands. Good. Very good. Next. She. How would you say the sentence? She washes hands. Very good. She washes her hands. Now, that time you said wash, washes, washes. That's very difficult to say. Washes. You say washes. You add an extra syllable. Washes. She washes her hands. Next. How do you say this sentence? That's hello, hello. I say hello. Okay, and last of all, how would you say this? You say hello. Okay, good. Now let's take the same test. Test number 1, and this time I'll time you, and I won't help you. Okay, I will relax. You say the sentences. So let me open the stopwatch. And where has it gone? Oh, here it is down here. Okay, there it is. And always on top. I'll put the stopwatch up here. Close that window. Here we go. Test number 1. I'll let you do the same test. On your mark. Get set. Go. Say it. Say it. Keep going. You're halfway done. Keep going. 13 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Did you finish? Did you say 12 sentences in 1 minute? I hope so. I hope so. Okay. We will go to the end of the lesson, and this is the end of the lesson, the 4 tests. So I see you next in lesson 1.5. But you must study. You must say the exercises, do the exercises in lesson 1.4 after the video. Goodbye. I'll see you in 1.5.